The experience of the soul in goodness it is the knowledge and the happiness. The soul is having that. He is having the self-realization. That is, it is different from matter and it is the spirit. So that is the first type of knowledge. And the second type of knowledge is every time the soul is the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And it is eternally linked with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All these 3 points will connect the soul in goodness, that it will be in a mode of happiness. Because when it is connected with the Supreme Personality, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is always in Sachitananda state, every time in blissful state. So the soul will be in the mode of happiness, in the mode of goodness. The soul experiences the happiness and when it is in the mode of goodness. Now, can any one of you say when the soul experiences in the mode of passion?
Unlimited desires.
Okay,
Uh, Unlimited desires and longings.
okay,
The
that is the nature of passion. I'm
passion.
asking you the soul experiencing. It is
Experience.
desiring.
Yeah.
It always, when the soul will be in the passion, in the mode of passion, it always desires to have fruitful activities. It always wants to enjoy more,
Mm.
more and more, whichever may be the body.
Yeah.
Because we are having 84 million species of templates as in the word. So these templates are near the Brahma. So whichever the template may be, the soul, when it is in the mode of passion, it will be always going to have this fruit to activities so that it can enjoy a lot and lot. So for fruit to activities, what is that? The cause? Longing to hankering for unlimited desires. Yes, Prabhu, you got now?
Yeah. Got me.
Next, if the soul wants to be in ignorance, what will the soul experience? I told you the 3 points. If somebody is in ignorance, what will be their state, mental state?
Degraded to animal like mother.
Okay.
And
Before that, what are the qualities?
laziness
What?
and
Okay. Laziness. Then
every time sleeping and intoxication and this and all it will come under ignorance.
yeah, I told you mainly nidra, alasya, and pramada. That is madness. Nidra, more sleeping. Laziness, procrastinating the work every time. Okay, these are the different modes. These modes will be ending us according to our swabhava, according to our karma, according to our swabhava, and according to our eating habits. These three are the main, how the soul is entrapped in this material body. And now we know that these from a pure soul, when it is attacked, means when the when the soul is entrapped in this material body of 24 elements, when it is in the mode of goodness, it will be showing you the mode of, it will be in very happy state. When it is in passion, it shows you the fruit of activities, the results, and how it is going to have a chain link of karma and chain link of activities. Activity, result. Again, the activity and the results. So it will be having a chain link of activities. And when it is in the mode of ignorance, every time it will be in a madness state. So accordingly, we have seen how it is going to act. In goodness, what is the main characteristic? Because when the modes are completely with one, when another is the supreme. Because when the modes are the modes, even if we see the mode of activities, they'll be acting only on the individual. It doesn't act on the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they are inferior. Whereas here, the modes of nature is superior to the individual. So it will be acting. So in the mode of goodness, what we are going to have, we have to have the knowledge. That is, what is the knowledge? The three what I have said. The knowledge is that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. And we are the parts and parcels of Krishna. And also we are having an eternal relationship with Krishna. This is the knowledge in which the mode of goodness is acting on any of the souls. And if it is in passion, if a person is in passion, then he'll be having every time, he'll be having a lot of attachment, uncontrollable and intense endeavor. He'll be just like a workaholic. He'll be every time working for his family, and he wanted to have a type of honor. He needs a honor. He is very jealous. He wants to show as a famous person in his family, in his society every time. So he'll be just working hard, like just like a workaholic. But this human life is not meant for that. Human life is meant for self-realization. This is in passion. If somebody is in ignorance, he'll be every time in inactive person. Inactive, he doesn't follow any type of rules and regulations. He'll be always lazy, he'll be procrastination. So these are the different things we have seen up till now. So now we'll be seeing that when a person, see, this modes of nature is very important when somebody is going to, at the time of death, if a person is the consciousness of the person also depends. If he is in the mode of goodness, he is going to get a elevated state, means he is going to get to go to higher planets, or also he may get the different forms which he desired. So now what we are doing, it is paving a body for the next life. So if a person will be in goodness at the time of death, Antakale cha mameva suran mukta kalevaram. So at the time of death, whatever the consciousness of that human being, if the consciousness of that human being is in mode of goodness, where will he go? If the consciousness of the person is in passion, so how he will be? In which area he is going to go? In which species of 84 lakh species, in which species he is going to go? If he is in Tamoguna, how he is going to go? And how his modes will be acting? See, both, because if a pious person is there, every time he can't do pious only. So he'll be having papa and punya karma. If he is in passion, the same. If he is in tamoguna also, he'll be having papa and punya. So these are the calculations will be there. These are just the mathematical calculations, but the mode of consciousness is very important. And as a devotees, we have to be every time in the mode of goodness, and we have to transcend this mode of goodness so that we can go to Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva is the pure consciousness of this, or the Krishna consciousness. So we have to be in that state normally, because when we are hearing this Bhagavad Gita action, and when we are attending and when we are in the association of devotees, normally we'll be in the mode of goodness. It may be not during complete day, but up till when we are going to listen or when you are going to hear, at that time you will be in that mode of goodness. The others may be acting, because in a 24 hours day, all the three modes will be acting accordingly, according to the circumstances and everything. But now when you are listening, everybody is under the mode of goodness, because we are hearing the direct words that are given when from Krishna to Arjuna, and that what in our parampara we are speaking that. So this is the direct thing. So we'll be every time in mode of goodness. So at the time of death, at the time of death, that Krishna has promised what? At the time of death, if you remember what, that you are going to get the next life. So at the time of death, how you are going to remember? If I am a devotee, I may be doing little bit of chanting or little bit of deity worship. So at the time of death also, because it became a regular to me, At the time of death also, if that time I may be remembering, no, I have to do my aarti, I have to offer bhoga to the Lord. So it will be my activity as a devotee. But to some people who are there in workaholic, like every time what they'll be do, they'll be running in a cat race, cat and dog race, as said by Srila Prabhupada. So what they'll be do, they'll be every time in a race. So if from morning to evening, what will be their working? That will be only their consciousness. So whichever, at what point they are going to get that consciousness. So, as a devotee, what we have to do in the morning hours, we have to dedicate our time to Krishna, because he's the supreme personality. We have to receive, because and we have to be very grateful to Krishna so that we got the other day, and we have to show our gratitude to Krishna. Gratitude to Krishna, and we have to pray for Krishna so that he gives us the strength to do all our regular duties as sustained by him. See, sometimes what happens? No, because due to some distance, I'm saying about myself only. Sometimes what I'll be doing, I'll be mixing all everything. So I won't be having time to do on that day of for puja or something. No, how the day will be? No, the day will be very effectively. It doesn't give me time for chanting or other things, and it will be just like a heat stroke. Every time it will be like every moment of that time, no, it'll be just like a firing stroke on you, because when your natural flow is disturbed, so it'll be in that sense. If it is in the total natural path, no, the path will be very smooth. Just like if you are going in an auto, so and the road is overbroken and it is having lots of it, you'll be experiencing lot of pits when you are sitting in the auto. The person will be driving also, you'll be experiencing lot of trouble. But when you are going on that only, when you are going in a bench car on the same road, you don't have to experience all that, because the shock absorbers of the bench car and everything, they will take, and your road will be very smooth. No, the same way here also, as a devotee, when we do our regularly items, which what in the morning, if you do little bit puja, if you do chanting and other things, you'll be in the mode of goodness in that time. So in the after coming out from that also, your day will be in the total mode of goodness. This is the practical thing what I'm saying, because I'll be following this. So it is only for the reference. So now at the time of dying, within whichever the mole the soul is going to live, and what are one's actions, how will be if a person is in the mode of goodness, or if in whichever the mode, whatever the actions and the results will be there, and after the death, how these predominated are by the specific modes of nature, because this nature is going to act. So if your body is going to be useless, you're going to transmigrate to the other body. At that time also, what will be your consciousness? At that time, how whichever the body you're going to get, how you are going to get, and how it is going to influence by this modes of nature, we'll see in detail today class. Hare Krishna, can any one of you read from 14.14 to 14.18?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, go on, Prabhu.
14.14. When one dies in the mode of goodness, he attains to the pure higher planets of the great sages. 14.15. When one dies in the mode of passion, he takes birth among those engaged in fruitive activities, and when one dies in the mode of ignorance, he takes birth in the animal kingdom. Text 16. The result of pious action is pure and is said to be in the mode of goodness. But action done in the mode of passion results in misery, and action performed in the mode of ignorance results in foolishness. Text 17. From the mode of goodness, real knowledge develops. From the mode of passion, greed develops. And from the mode of ignorance develop foolishness, madness, and illusion. Text 18. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets, Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds. Text 19. When one properly sees that in all activities no other performer is at work than this modes of nature, and he knows the Supreme Lord, who is transcendental to all these modes, he attains my spiritual nature. Text 20.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol Prabhuji. Enough Prabhuji. We'll discuss only up till 18th. Okay, from 19 we'll be translating these modes.
Yes, Mother.
Okay, now these four, now we have studied this four translations. No, these four translations, they'll be giving us the detailing of Antakalecha Mameva Swaran Mukta Kalevram. At the time of death, what is our consciousness? So, what is our consciousness and which guna? And because we are in the mode of goodness, we are in the mode of passion and ignorance, all the three gunas, which is our dominating guna. We are having three totally in the 24 hours, but one will be prominent. As at present, mode of goodness is prominent in all of us. So in that way, in each and every verse, they'll be saying, if at the time of death, if the guna is in the mode of goodness, that is sattva. So what are the results? When the person is going to die, or when the soul is going to transmigrate from one body to other. At that time, the consciousness of the soul is in the mode of goodness. See how will be at the time of death, what will be the pain of the death? The pain of the death, no, as per the Shastra, it is given that nearly the 400 or 4,000 serpents are going to bite you at one incident. What will be the pain? That will be the pain that will be caused at the time of death, at the time your soul is going to leave your body. So we can't even imagine that because it is very huge and the pain will be very huge. Because every time what will happen? No, the subtle body consists of the soul, mind, intelligence, and ego. Ego will be the false ego. If the ego becomes the real ego, then then he goes to direct Vaikuntha. Because he becomes a pure devotee and he is a liberated soul. Because when the ego is every time false ego, what is the false ego? That it is a body, we are the body, so this body is mine, so I can't leave this body. So the soul transmigration will be very difficult. At that time, to remember Krishna, it is very, very difficult. So if you are going to do lot of chanting and simple steps towards serving the Lord, towards your devotional service a little bit, that will be encouraging at the time of death. So if a person, the guna, means the sattva is very prominent. If sattva is very prominent in one person, he may go to the higher planetary system. Because we are in the Bhumandal. It's the seventh planet. Bhuhar or Svargaloka. If the piety is there, he will go up till the Svargaloka. Or if he is having lots of punya karma, he has given lots of charity to others. He have given even some charity towards building of the temples, towards the distribution of books or something. And if his piety is more, if the soul is having lot of piety, he may cross this Vargaloka and he may go to Mahartapa, Apa, and also the Satyaloka. If he is going to be at that time, the soul will be always engaged with the saintly persons like sadhu, those who will be every time doing in penance, or in Satyaloka, penacing and having being cared by Brahma, and all the other persons who are very, very saintly. The time of ending of Brahma will go to Vaikuntha. At that time, this soul also may reach to go to Vaikuntha. This is one set. He's having two destinations. He may go up till only Swarga according to his piety, or he may be going to Swargaloka, and also from Swargaloka, when the time of Brahma is going to complete, then he may go to Vaikuntha Loka. There are 2 points. And if the soul is not having such a piety, such a punya karma of not going to higher planets, it will again take birth on the earth. But where it is going to take? It is going to take on the religious path, because he was in a sattva guna. So he was born in, he has to be in that level. Well, so he'll be going to be born in the family of Vaishyas or in the Brahmanas, so that he can cultivate that sattva guna from where he stopped, and he can again transmigrate from that to Swarga or to Sachaloka. That is one time. Or if he is very, very pious in years, so he may go directly to Vaikuntha also. These are the 3 conditions for the person or the guna of sattva at the time of death. The result will be for them. And now we'll see the soul, which is in the type of Rajoguna. Rajoguna, what are the activities? The soul was every time trying towards fruitive activities. So normally what will happen, no, at the time of death also, this person, no, because he was in the mode of passion. So what he wanted this honor, and he wanted lot of members to be in the famous community. So what he'll be doing? Every time he wants in that community only. So what he will do? He'll be just born in the family. Whichever the family is, no, he'll be just born in the similar families where again this Rajoguna is going to be followed. And this will be the same such of rule. This Rajoguna, it will be just like if we have seen this giant wheel, no, it will be rotating round and round. The person in Rajoguna also, he'll be every time going around the wealth only. Because Rajoguna, every time he'll be in that money conscious stage. So he'll be in rotating of this money. And also he won't be in that stage. What he will be doing, no, every time if he is going to get this also, if he is going to get different templates also differently, because normally we are having 84 million species, no, in that 84 million species also if in human species you are having 4 lakh species are there. In that 4 lakh species, these persons are categorized, and they are having this passion mode. So when the soul is going at that guna at the time of death in passion, it will be going again to that human body, and again this human body will be in race. But there is a condition. According to his papa and punya, according to his pious and impious activities, he is going to get this life. If he has done little piety, and he is going to get this human life. But if it is not like that, he may degrade to the animal life also. It's not compulsory that only the mode of ignorance people will be degraded. So we have to note that the mode of ignorance people, they will be again coming to this Bhuloka. Generally, this is the concept. And again, they will be in that in the mode of passion only. And if we are going to get, how we can see that? See, if a person is in goodness, no, he'll be going to upper states, and he'll be born in a community of Brahmanas also. From the childhood, they'll be in that way to have the godly consciousness, people. And whereas in the Rajas, what they will be doing, they will be always in that level only. Now coming to tamas, if a soul is going to leave its body in the condition of the tamas or tamoguna, at that time tamoguna people, how they will be? Will be in they categorized as nidra, alasya and pramada. Means nidra means every time in the sleeping condition. Alasya, lazy to work, procrastinating the things. Pramada means every time in full of madness. They don't even care for anything, any regulative principles, anything. So what they will be, they are attached to some of the things. Means mostly intoxication, meat eating, like that. So next they will be degraded too. If they are going to eat lot of meat, what will happen? At the time of death, if they are going to remember meat and their eating of meat and other things, they are going to become a lion in the next birth, because the lion and the tigers, no, they kill the animals and they'll be tearing the meat and they'll be eating for their food. So in that way, these tamoguna people will be degraded. So these are the three types where we have to be very careful. But we know that all these are, sorry, we know that these three characters are there. So the mode of goodness, the mode of ignorance, everything is there. But when it comes to the mode of, if you're going to see the results of mode of goodness and activities, the soul will be in a pure consciousness and it will be every time in pure happiness, because it is devoid of passion and ignorance. So it is devoid of sorrow, illusory, and devotee also, and all the impurities are not there. But and it will be taking only in the, and it requires sattva and becomes more and more pure. But if a person is in mode of passion, what will be? See, suppose we take an example. If a person is building a skyscrapers, these skyscrapers, to build a skyscraper, it may take many. It may take 1 year, 2 years for to toil and to prepare and to build the skyscraper. But these people, the people who are in Rajoguna, they will be they will toil their physical strength and they'll be doing such a cause of labor. So at the time of death also, when this Rajoguna people, what will happen? They will be having, these Rajoguna people, they may get little happiness, but they may have money, need, they may have some fame, but this is not the actual happiness that the soul wants to acquire. So these people will be having the same thing. And in the next life also, only little bit happiness, and most of the everything will be in abundance and grief. Why grief? Because they are in a cutthroat competition and they are in every time in jealousy mode. And every time they want to prove themselves. So there is a mixture of punya and papa in this rajoguna, and the result will be in mixed happiness and also in mixed distress only. And it depends upon how much the amount of sin they are occurring at the time in passion. So for that to get, but normally these rajoguna people, no, they are very much attached to their family life. That is, they want to, if they are also suffering in the samsara also, they are very much attached to this family life. So the next time also, the successive births also, they will be in that family only, most of that, the rebirths. And also they will be in that, and also they'll be having this, they don't have this vijnana, they vijnanam or jnanam, because they are every time, what will be, no, every time they'll be in that misery, because the mode is such that if they are interested, if suppose a person is there, a person is very interested in the opposite sex. So if the opposite sex is going to be interest or nothing, he doesn't, he wants that, so it is required for him. That is the type of rajoguna. So the other side, the female may be in a panic or anything also, the person will be in that state. So this me every time they will be in misery only, most of the time. This rajoguna when they are going for the other life also, that life also will be in the same of misery. So we must transcend this mode. We must come out of our greed, lust, and other things, so that we come to the mode of goodness. So, and also this animals are there. Animals, that does not have any karma, just they need to suffer it and they need to close that karma of that animal life. But humans are having previous karma, so we are having lot of disturbances, hence, and lot of circumstances in our life. See, most of the humans, what they are going to struggle with, because why we are going to kill this innocent animals. What are the innocent animals? Just like a cow, the hens, there are many slaughter houses are there. No, because if a man is going to kill a other man, he is going to be hanged in the court. But if a man is going to kill a chicken, or if he's going to kill some of the least jivas, he's not going to hang because it is for the nature of the food. So they're not going to disturb it. But we have to remember that even every living entity is just like a God child. So we cannot kill any of the things, anything. If it is a small ant also, we must be, as a devotees, we must have a strong sense that we must not kill anything. If by mistake we are going to kill also, we have to take the names of the Lord to kill it. Suppose in the house we are having lot of cockroaches, and cockroaches, it just will dirty it, and all the diseases will be broken. So at that time you have to take the name of the Lord, and we have to kill the cockroaches, because it creates dirty, and it creates the dirty environment. But naturally, we must not kill even anything. It is only the practical view. And we must be very tolerant to each and everything, because every living entity is a God child. So it is the law of nature. If a cow is there. And the most gross sin what we are doing presently in our civilization is killing of the cows. Because cow is, it is very dear, and the milk of the cow, it is going to nourish your brain, and so that your memory will increase, everything. So all the items what we are going in to get from the cow, it is very nutritious, and all kinds of pleasure is going to get. And we'll also while offering bhoga, we'll be doing this Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahman Hitayata Jagatityayata Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Means every time when we offer for anything to the Lord, we speak this mantra at the time of bhoga. Means, means why our civilization is going to be worse? Because we are devoid of brahmanas and the cows. Why? Because it is the age of Kali. No person is a perfect Brahmana, because everybody is a Shudra by birth. So the spiritual knowledge is neglected. Why spiritual knowledge is neglected and cow killing is encouraged? Because the slaughterhouses are more and more. So everything is in the mix of passion and ignorance. So our civilizations to be the citizens, to instance, is going to lead us to animal life in the next time, but not the human, because we must be. What will be then what will be the solution? What we have to know, that we must be providing, that we must know that we are not this body, we are the self, we are the soul. This is the knowledge, and we have an eternal relationship with the Lord, and we are the parts and parcels of the Lord. This is the knowledge, and we have to encourage Krishna. This is the consciousness what each and everybody has to have, that we are not this body, we are the soul. It is only for the self realization, but accordingly we are also having an eternal relationship with the Lord. And if, and Srila Prabhupada also says that if the total modern civilization of 100% is there, no, if 10% people become the devotees of Lord Krishna, everything will be sorted in one heart. So we must be in that 10% to become an instrument in the hands of Srila Prabhupada. As devotees, we have to be in that stage. And also we know that rajas means every time in pain and pleasure. It is a mixture of papa and punya. So it is every time mixture. And every time if a person is in rajoguna, at the time of death, or at the time in that mode of rajoguna, every time he'll be hankering for wealth, or he'll be hankering for unlimited desires. So he'll be putting lot of effort and lot of pain, but he's not going to get the total pleasure. Every time unhappy only. So we have to come out of this mode of passion. And how we have to come out? By doing our little bit sadhana. What are the sadhana? That is ABCD, association in the devotees, book distribution or reading books, chanting, deity worship. Because Krishna has given us the Archana Murti form, you can take the form of Krishna, you can dress for the deity, or you can take the prasada, Adam of the Lord. So your tongue is clean. When your tongue is clean, all the other senses are also automatically will be clean. So we have to take every time the Krishna prasada. So in this way, ignorance means every time. And results of actions in this mode at the time of dying, yin we have seen. So these are the different. Now, when the mode of passion or action is more, means at that time the greedy and always hankering is developed. When it will be in the mode of goodness, knowledge develops. When it is in the mode of ignorance, illusion, madness, and foolish means being distressed every time in intoxication, seeing things like this. Every time this will be in the mode of nature. And also we see that from the mode of goodness and the real knowledge develops, and the mode of passion, action, greed develops, and from the mode of ignorance, foolishness will be developed. So how we can see? See, every time greedy person will be there. A miser, see, if a person is there no for one, if he's going to have a 1 rupee, he'll be satisfied with that. No, he wants more and more. So his greed also increases, and he doesn't have any happiness. He'll be having no happiness, and he doesn't have any type of peace in his mind, because the brain is infiltrated with many your past life, failed life. It is having storage of past, it is having your fears, it is having your future resolutions, it is having your present resolution everywhere. So this your mind will be every time in an unstable state. So adequately having enough money, any adequate arrangements for sense gratification, want to watch movie, me go to other places to see. Every time mentally the person will be in, every time our modern civilization, each and everybody will be in unhappy. Sometimes there will be professionally problems will be there. Sometimes there'll be occupationally problems. Many undevised plans. You may be planning to go in A to B route, but there'll be a lot of diversions, and they will be mostly devoid of it. You may be not having enough money. You may be not having many more. So there'll be different problems. See, if it is in the mode of out of ignorance, animals cannot see anything clearly. How they will be? Because they are defined of karma, they'll be only suffer. Animal life is given only for suffering. But our human life is given for self-realization. So every time, because they are every time in the mode of ignorance, what will be having? They'll be taking the shelter of intoxication, and their future is always drawn because they are irresponsible people. So coming to the solution, what will be our solution? We have to come to the mode of goodness, and this mode of goodness can only go through Krishna consciousness. Through Krishna consciousness, we can develop this mode of goodness. How? To become a sober person. When you are in the association of devotees, naturally, when seeing the other person very humble, you will also be feeling that. By seeing them, we'll also inculcate some of the qualities, becoming sober, developing knowledge as they are, and becoming, see how they are. By seeing some of the people, you'll feel naturally happy to see them. By seeing some of the people, no, you'll naturally feel, "Nabha, why this person has come now? I can just see my reels in my mobile. Why this person came? I have to spare this time with him." So your mind is having likes and dislikes. So majority, what will happen now? If you like, if the person is in Sattva Guna, he likes to go and do seva. If a person is in passion for showing to different people, no, he may come once or twice to the temple. But if he is a person in ignorance, he doesn't even listen also. He'll be every time in intoxication, and he'll be in his own world. Because the serpent of the Kala is going to affect you. When you are in mode of goodness, mode of any mode, at the time of death, if your consciousness is in this level, you are going to get this type of bodies. This is actually, and we can see that if you are having more money also, we have seen many rich people, but they are devoid of health, so no happiness. You have seen very poor people, but they are in good health, but not defamed of money. So in the two cases, if money is the happiness or if health is the happiness, it is not. It is the standard, the stability of the mind. If mind is there in whatever the state, if you are sustained, if you are going to earn 1,000 rupees, you are going to be happy with that. Your mind is happy. You don't want to flicker it more and more. That is a mode of goodness. If you are going to earn 1,000 rupees and your mind wants more and more, then you are in the state of passion. And if you earn 1,000 rupees and you don't want to spend it, you want to keep it, you don't want to use it for your spending for your food also, then you are in a state of ignorance. These are the three. So at that time also, everywhere the stala means the snake of the time is going to come, whichever may be the condition. At the time of leaving your body, the conditions may be different. But accordingly, if you are having money, if you are not having money, if you are born with the sattva guna also, happiness with umbrelled knowledge means you'll be a person who may be reading Bhagavad Gita from the earlyhood of a childhood. If a person is in rajoguna, he becomes very greedy, particularly thirsty. Means Krishna is there to get lot of money, to get lot of intoxication, to get in lot of sense gratification. In that way, he's not going to see, he's going to get abandoned sin, and he is going to suffer in the next lives. But as a devotees, we know this. So we must come out of this rajas and tamas. Tamas also unintentionally what we have must not do ignorantly and illusion. See, if a person is there, no, if a person will be walking with the phone, he'll be seeing the phone. He won't see the other object which is going to. So he'll go and directly crash to that pole or the building. But if he's in Sattva Guna, if he's doing something also, so in Rajas or in Sattva, he will see where the road is going to follow, no? So he'll be doing there. But if a person is in ignorance, he'll just go and crash it. So if they are born in Tamas, if in the next life they are born in Tamas also, they'll be different. And also we have seen that destination based on different mode. If he is in passion, he'll be in always in the earthly planets. If he is in sattva guna at the time of leaving the body, he will be in the mode of goodness and he'll be going to the higher planetary systems. He may go to Swarga depending upon the piety, or he may be going up to Brahmaloka, or if at the end of Brahmaloka, he may go to Vaikuntha also. It depends upon the degree of goodness he is going to have. If it is in passion, he will be coming to this earthly planets. Or if it is in the mixed between goodness and ignorance and he is not having pure passion, he may come on earth as a rich man. Or he may go down to different patala lokas also. Because he is in mode of passion. If he is in the mode of ignorance, what will happen? Destination will be he'll be going down to hellish world. Hellish worlds means that are different. Nearly 28 hellish worlds are there. In that 28 hellish world, they'll be going towards different worlds. And the quality because in ignorance he is not having any quality. He is having lowest quality because he is in nidra alasya and praman. According to the degree, he may be getting his species, just like worms or ants or anything. And if this ignorant is going to be more and more, he'll be having a dark future. But we have to come out of all these three modes to come to Vishuddha Sattva or Krishna consciousness, so that we have to be elevated to the higher mode of goodness, that is Vishuddha Sattva. See, if a family is there, they are sitting in thing, they are doing nice kirtan, and they are offering all the boga to the Lord. And if they are doing everything, then that will be a Krishna conscious family, no? So the same way, this Krishna conscious us, because when we are in Vishuddha Sattva, so what will happen? We'll be naturally going to higher planets. But our other two gunas will be in lower, because every time only one guna is going to act on it. So the results of higher, year and low, if it is mixed, again there is a chance of becoming bad, and again we'll be spinning the wheel of life in the model of money, as a giant wheel is going to come up and down. The same way this workaholics in the way, that is the most suffering. Opposite of mode of goodness is mode of ignorance. So every time they are downgraded, and they'll be going to the mode of insects and worms. Hare Krishna, I'll end this section now.